Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome to this Less Fox Friday on a Saturday travel edition. It's been a minute, and I will tell you that all is well. And at my house, we are currently doing our best to shoehorn in as much of summer as we can before school starts in less than 2 weeks. So I am turning most of my time, energy, and attention toward cultivating opportunities, inviting deeper conversations just within our household to see what we would like the next season to look like, to see what people are thinking about holiday plans, to see how we would like to navigate the winter season. Because I am making a concerted effort to be a little more proactive and a little more aware of other people's visions in addition to my own. So I say all of that to say there was no Less Fox Friday or Saturday or Sunday last week. And there is one this week on a Saturday afternoon while I'm on the road. I am actually at a rest stop. And happy to be here. So let us see what the Rebel deck is offering us today. It has been a heck of a ride. I know so many women right now who are in it. And I mean like capital I-N, capital I-T, bold italics, underline, period. This season, especially this last half of summer, has felt so challenging. And I find myself saying to myself as well, for everybody in the room, this is why we practice. This is why we choose the modalities, whether it's journaling, meditation, yoga, running, mantras, chanting, art, music, baking, writing, whatever it is that fuels our inner flames and feeds our souls, has been so important as part of self-care this season. And my very own self, this season, this summer season, is usually one of abundance and flow for me. I love summer. I love everything about it. And I wait for it. I wait for it the rest of the year. The other seasons are okay. I definitely have my preferred seasons and my not so preferred seasons. Really just one. And I wait for summer all year long. So when it's here, usually I'm like, yes, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. I have this great idea. Let's try this thing. And this summer, I couldn't get it together. I could not muster the mustard for that kind of activity level. And I was talking to my human design coach, who's a lovely human being. I will drop her website in the comments. I was talking to her about it, and I said, this is the time of year that I'm usually so ready, like so abundant and so flowy. And she said, sweetie, it's okay to rest. Your body is asking you to slow down. Your body is asking you to do this season differently. How can you honor yourself in ways that feel good to you? What would you like to do? And I thought, boy, that sounds awfully familiar. And when I allowed myself to do that, when I allowed myself to rest and recover and rejuvenate from what? Life, let alone the things, my friends, I'm in awe of the women that I know because we are so strong. And I know someone who's starting the process of dissolving a marriage. And I know someone who's living someplace that is no longer meeting their needs. And I know someone who is starting a relationship, and I know someone who has just had to say goodbye. And I know someone who lost a dearly beloved. And I say all of that to say, when we show up for ourselves, we can do these hard things. When we show up for ourselves, we can navigate these choppy waters and these tsunami waves. And it comes from trusting ourselves, and it comes from knowing who we are, how we want to show up, what's most important to us. And it comes from allowing ourselves to feel the feels. Every one of these women that I'm thinking of right now, and I think of them all the time, and I hold them so close. And every one of these women is in it, and they are continuing to seek clarity. They are continuing to ask for what they need in small ways. They are continuing to allow themselves to take a nibble or a sip instead of, it's hot in here, instead of a giant bite. They are allowing themselves to do this at their pace. They are allowing themselves to stand back, to pause, to observe, to take a breath. And they turn around and say, this is foxing difficult. This is foxing challenging. This foxing hurts. And I say, yeah, I get that. I hear you. And I'm here. I'm here for it. I am team you. So if you're going through it, please remember that you're not alone. Please remember that we, each in our own way, all go through it. And doing this work doesn't mean that it goes away. Doing this work means that we are ready for when the tide shifts, knowing that this too shall pass. Yeah, this part is hard, and then I will get to the other side. Yes, I'm slogging through this right now, and I know what I want. And I am choosing my path based on what's aligned with what I want and with me. They are digging deep into their core values. They are standing in their truth fiercely and without bravado and without shrinking, without posturing. They're standing deeply in who they are. And each of them shows up day after day after day, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And it is so beautiful to witness. I feel so honored to know these women. So, all those things being said, August, and we're coming up on eclipse season. We just had a full moon last Saturday that was like down to the bone marrow, precision trimming and cutting away, or explosion out the side pocket, releasing. Because that's the energy that's surfacing right now. It's not you. You are not missing something. You're not making this happen. You're not bringing it on yourself. It's not punishment. It's just what is. When we can recognize this is what's happening. This is the reality. This is my perception of reality right now. What's true here for me? What is for me in this situation? What is not mine? That's been a big question for me this season. What is not even mine to carry? Because when it's not ours, we can just set it down and lighten our load. And boy, that sure feels good. So if you feel like you're in it, you're not alone. And I am going to see what this Less Fox Friday on a Saturday travel edition card has to say. Ha! Eat your foxing vegetables. Eat some shiz made by Mother Nature. I feel like we got this recently, and it still applies. Because When I'm in this part of the cycle, and this is all cyclic, remember, when I'm in this part of the cycle, when I feel the creative waves coming, when I feel the clarity and the flow coming, when I feel everything just iterating without effort, without forcing, with ease, with joy, with glee, with maybe excitement, maybe satisfaction, maybe that kindling of the inner flame, however it feels. There's a part of me that wants to ride that wave as long as possible, and I turn to caffeine. I partly turn to caffeine because it helps my brain stay focused, and I partly turn to caffeine because I love that rush. And this reminder to me and to everybody who needs it is, take care of your body. What are you feeding yourself? How are you fueling your energy, your engine, your inner flame? I have a dear friend, the friend I've known the longest in my life, who's on a health journey and a self-discovery journey. And I'm so proud of her too. And she said to me recently, she was at a family gathering, and I said something about cheese. We were talking about food, and she said at her family gathering, she chose, I was talking about how it's a choice, and she said, yeah, I chose the Doritos and the something else. And she said, you know, I didn't love it. Oh, the ice cream maybe. Maybe it wasn't ice cream, it doesn't matter. She said, I didn't love it. I enjoyed the first few bites, and then I recognized how it was starting to make my body feel. And I didn't eat any more of it. And I said, good for you. I'm so proud of you. Because we can get into those patterns where we're like, hey, this is fun. Everybody's having a great time. I'm going to join in on this. And if you're like me, you start eating and get swept away in the excitement and the drama and the celebration, or the comforting and the sadness, or the elation and the glow, or the anger and the stuffing, whatever it is. And before I know it, and I'm speaking totally for myself here, I have found myself up to my elbow in the chip bag, just shoveling it in. So are potatoes made by Mother Nature? Yes. Are potato chips made by Mother Nature? That feels like a slippery slope to me. On the one hand, yes, I try to buy chips that are made from, USA grown potatoes or russet potatoes grown in Mexico or wherever they're sourced from. And I make sure to look for avocado oil, olive oil, instead of the seed oils that can be inflammatory. Am I still eating chips? Yeah. I'm not eating as many chips because since she said that, I've started paying more attention to how my body feels when I give it certain things. And as much as I hate to say it, regular movement, food that is good nutritionally for my body as well as energetically, plenty of water, and rest seem to be helping me feel better. Instead of the caffeine and the snacking and the late night, binge watching, whatever it is, because I'm so tired from overscheduling my day. I own it. So this weekend, I am going to enjoy myself, and I am also going to eat my foxing vegetables. I'm going to eat some shiz made by Mother Nature. To be quite honest, I'm not even sure I'm going to finish this coffee. It's about 2/3 gone, and it's okay. It's not really doing it for me. We'll see if the caffeine kicks in and I change my mind. In the meantime, until next week, thank you so much for stopping by. I am looking forward to seeing you again soon. And until we do see each other, wherever that is, please take the very best care.